Hey Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daphne, and today is Tuesday, October 4th of the year 2022, and I'm going to show you the progress that I have made on my pieces this month. I did a total of 15,567 stitches within the month. So lots of stitches in my pieces. So the first one here that I have is called Sunflowers, and this artwork is by Mary Ann Boom, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And then I'm up in this area here. This is a 28 count 1/1 full cross, and here is where it is at. I just fold it so it's easier to hold. There we go. Over the last, I believe just in September, I was working on getting in all the park threads. So all the park threads are now in, and I will just take a symbol and work it in, and go that way with this piece. This one received 695 stitches. So it was September and August that I worked in those park threads. So there's that one. And another one that I worked on a little bit this month is the NYC, the Twin Towers scene. I'm doing this as a memorial piece. Stitching Jules Designs. She still has this pattern, she just changed the name. And I'm doing it on 28 count sandy bottom, 1/1 full cross. Sandy bottom is by Fortnight Fabrics, and with the called for DMCs. This one got 708 stitches this month. And here is where it is at. I don't think the board for this one, at least. There we go. So here's where it's at, working more across. This building, I believe, still has a few stitches left in it to complete, and then I'm just working over. I started on this building over here. So there is a few new subscribers to my channel. So what I'm doing with this piece is I'm working above the bridge from left to right, and then I'm going to come back and go for the bridge left to right, and then I'm going to come back and do the reflection from left to right. So here is that. Enjoying this piece as well. So before I forget again, because I forgot in the beginning, I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers that have joined us in the month of September. There's been a few of you new subscribers, and I would like to also say welcome back again to all my returning viewers and subscribers. And another piece that I've been working on is my QS Holiday, and this one got 601 stitches. And here is this. This is the last little scene in A Stitch in Time by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is just like I said, the last scene of that bigger piece. And I'm using this for one of the yearly events in Daily 30. So 28 count 1/1 full cross. And here is where we are at. This total number of stitches on this one is 20,902. There's a little bit more. This is a page up here, and there's a little bit, I believe, of the last row of pages down here. So these are the ones for the row up above. These are the ones that are being parked. I'm just currently working in all of these parked threads here. You probably see the big open space here, and there's a start of an open space down here. That's because I do not have those flosses. When I started kitting this up, I had only kitted up enough for the first page. So I've just been keeping track of which ones I need. There are some stitches in here. If you look up in this corner, there's a few empty spots there. So there are some that I don't have. But we're getting lots of good progress on the snowman right here, which is nice to see. And this, we'll talk the plans later, so we'll put that over there. And this one is Pandemic, and I know a lot of you probably have seen this by Long Dog Samplers. I got it when they released it for free. Now you can get it from their site, you have to pay for it. I'm doing it with 1/1 on 30 count barley corn by Access Commodities, and I'm using Mrs. Silk in Hydrangea. It's a purple, it looks blue, but it is purple. And these three is what I still have left from my first hank, because I bought 2 hanks of it. I've been working out of this one here. So there's 2, and then there's this one. Doesn't use a whole lot, because I'm doing it 1/1 on 30 count. And we are Pandemic got 1,213 stitches this month. So first we will show the whole thing here. So here is the whole piece. There we go. There's the whole piece. And then I will fold this a little bit so that we can just see what we worked on. Did some more in this. This is the only part that's left to fill in. So I'm hoping maybe this month I can get this filled in, and then we can come on down on this side over here to start the next row of pages. This would be 2 rows of pages complete when I get this little section done in here. So I believe finished working on this flower here, worked up this bird, worked up in here a little bit. We got this done, I believe. So we're getting there. Like I said, I just have a little bit in here to fill in. So we should get that done this month, if not, definitely in November. And then we can go on to the third row of pages. So I'll do the full, you can see there's plenty of extra left over, and there's going to be leftover on the bottom as well. Because it hasn't even hit the halfway mark of the fabric. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember if it's going to hit half the fabric in the width or not, or for the length, I should say. So there is Pandemic. Oops, that's over here. And then another one I keep in this little bag was from Black Needle Society, their Steampunk bi-monthly subscription box. And in this one, I don't keep track per se, and I don't print out the cover photo, but it's the Under the Sea Sal by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I'm behind only because I have not started the most recent release. So this is the full design here. The 5th release was the border. Yeah, the border. So the border is all done. The 6th release is up here. It's a couple more fish. I think a couple little waves. Some sea otters. So we're going to get back to this one so that I can finish this part up. And what I did is this first little mermaid, well, not mermaid, the first little scuba diver, I changed her skin, because this is going to be a piece for my youngest great niece. When it is complete, it won't be complete in time for Christmas, but maybe I'll gift it to her for her birthday next year. So I made that for her in her skin tone. So I might like backstitch her name up in there somewhere, or maybe when I gift it to her, I'll be like, that little scuba diver by the seahorses is you. And I thought about doing the other, but I just left them as is. They're kind of close. This one up here, the scuba diver, is kind of close skin tone to the bottom scuba diver. So that's the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Under the Sea Club. I'm using the called for fabric, which is I have the little sticker and little thing in here. It fell off. 32 count? 28 count? 32, I believe. No, 28 count cashel linen in Nessie by Picture This Plus. That's what, as I got it as a kit. So I got all the floss and the fabric. The needle minder was from Black Needle Society box, I believe. So there's that one. Another one that I worked on, I pulled out this month, it's called Camping. Or this past month, I should say. It's called Camping. I used it for a prompt. I don't have the picture, I just have the graphed copy, the charted copy. 22 count hard hanger, 1/1 full cross, DMC. I used it for a prompt, something, because the monthly was, in the Daily 30 group, was education for the whole month, and it was something that you would do, or you did as a child, over the summers, and we did a lot of camping during the summertime. So it's a moon, and then like down on the bottom there is a tent with a campfire, I believe. So I worked over here filling in with the corally color, and this was 302 stitches that I did on this one this month. For September, I should say. I enjoyed working on it, and I forgot how much it's just easy just to sit there and just do back and forth with one color. Because that's how I'm doing this one, is I just do one color, and I'll come back up here, finish this string, come back up here, maybe do some more up here, and just continue on my way. So maybe we'll get this one now, we don't know. We will see. Would like to finish some of these smaller ones. And another one that I've been working on, which got 2,122 stitches this month, is my Song of the Summer by Heaven and Earth Designs by Donna Gelsinger. This one is only getting worked on Saturdays and Sundays. So it gets a little progress each month, but it's slow, which is fine. It's one of my bigger pieces. And this one is now at 11,181 stitches complete. I have completed one full page, so it's going to be a 28 count. The gridded fabric, easy grid, I think, or easy guide, 1/1 full cross. with the called for DMC. It is easy count. And it's going to take this big piece eventually, except for a little bit, like 6 inches on the bottom. It's not going to take. This was my first attempt, or the back side of the first attempt. It didn't. I messed it up, and it was not going to frog. Because I knew I had enough to make the thing. Hang on. Don't mind the stains on this. It'll wash out in the wash. I just need to put a hoop grime guard on it when I'm working on it on the weekends. So here it is, and this line here is the first page, and this grid over here is the edge of the first page, and here's the bottom of the first page. So we're going pretty good on the second page. I might finish this one and come up here and work a little bit, give myself a break from greens and blues, or greens and browns and blacks and little bits of purple in here, but it's mostly the greens and the blacks and the browns as we're working on the tree for this one. But I'm still loving it. I'm still plugging away, like I said, each weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. This is usually the only piece I work on the weekends. Just give myself a break from all my other pieces. And we'll go for this one. This is the stitch for Stitching Jules designs that I'm doing for her. This is her mini book street, 28 count, 1/1 full cross. This one got 5,965 stitches. There's a little bit more in it for October because I have been working on it since. But here's the top. Yeah, use the top of it. Down here, this gray line is going to be the bottom. So we'll just take this all off completely. A little bit easier to see. And then we'll put on the board here. Oops. Not backwards. Frontwards. So, if I can hold it up. There we go. So there's a mini book street. This one should be finished in October for sure, because there's just under 2,500 stitches left. So there's a little bit in this book, little in this book, and then this whole bottom book on the bottom. It's been fun to see all these books come to life. So what I'm doing now on this one is I'm just taking the color, the first empty one in this spot, finishing it, and then if it's not too many more, I will finish wherever it is in the rest of the pattern. So I've zeroed out a few colors so far. I did zeroed out a couple more this morning while I was working on it. So there's Mini Book Street. And then, I know a lot of people love this one when I take this one out. So I saved it for last. This is the Game of Thrones piece that I'm working on for my boyfriend. 28 count, 1/1, full cross, called for DMC. This one got 3,236 stitches, which brought me up to 209,876 stitches total. So we're getting closer to a row page finish. Yeah, we'll pull it down that way. So, starting to fill in this column here, this diagonal. It's getting shorter, mostly background. It's just a little bit here of this lady's dress, and then this gentleman here, and then it is just background for the rest of it. This one I want to say should be a finish, a page row finish, definitely by the end of the year. So that's pretty exciting to see. These are for the next diagonal. These are for the current diagonal. So again, there. Hopefully the next time you see this, it will definitely be further. Excuse me, it will be further with the diagonals. But maybe not seeing the rest of this page. It definitely should be finished November, if not in early December. So there's the Game of Thrones. And didn't work on the snowman stocking at all this month. I started one new piece, but I'm not going to show that because I want it to be a surprise, and the person that I'm making it for, they watch. I think they watch, so I don't want to show it until it's done and they have it. So that's all that I worked on this month. My plans for October is this piece again, is a focus. This one I'm using for the Daily 30. It's a closed group at the moment. And it's their animal adventures. So each month there's a grouping of animals that we have to stitch and find. And I use this one, and I go for the most stitches, which is 500. So this one gets approximately 1,500, if not more. Definitely 1,500 a month right now. So there's that one for that Daily 31. And then I use my Pandemic for that one as well. And this one, I go about 800 stitches, 800 to 1,000. So that will definitely get that little section taken care of and possibly move down to the next row of pages for that one. And then I also use my QS Holiday for that challenge, for that yearly challenge as well. And this one I use the 300 stitch count, and that's 3 of them. So this one gets anywhere between 900 to 1,000 stitches. Sometimes I use them for other things, other prompts within that group, or if I just feel like working on them, then I do. So there's those ones. Those are definite ones that I'm working on this month. And then we'll finish up this one for definite. And I have also pulled out some Halloween ones to work on this month for the 13 Stitches of Halloween. That's by Athena X Stitches, Stitching Goddess Designs. I'll put the hashtag, so if you want to follow along on Instagram, you can work on one project for 13 days. You can put 13 stitches in. You can do 13 new stitches, new starts, whatever suits you both. I don't have 13. I'm not a big Halloween person. I've only got 2, so I'm just going to work on them throughout the month. But the first one here is Halloween Sampler. This one I was working on last year quite frequently, and I just stopped working on it. I don't have a whole lot left. It could potentially be a finish sooner than later. So here's that, doing it, all the called for that came in the kit. Excuse me. And here's where it's at. So I just have to finish this pumpkin, and then I'll outline this and outline the bats, and then come down here, do the ghost and then the pumpkins, and then there's a row underneath, and that's it. That's all it needs. I don't know. it just, I guess other things had caught my attention, so this one will get some love this month. And then another one that will get some love, I don't have the cover photo, so it was a mystery when it came out, is Stitchery. She was doing a Halloween sale last year, she's doing another one this year. And this is where this one is at as well. I gotta just bring this one down here. I'm using DMC. And this is 28 count gilded Lugana by Mystic Fabrics is the fabric that I'm using. So I gotta finish filling in this one here. I think I'm missing a couple, one or two, I think one color of floss for a couple of these. So there's that one. This one will get some love this year as well, this month as well. And then my whip go. So I have here my notebook that has all my little stitching stuff. So here is my whip go board for this year so far. If it's solid, it's complete. If there's nothing, then it's not been called. And if it's just outlined in green, it's been called. And as you can see here, snowman stocking, I've got 7 days. I need 3 more days, and then I can call that one out. This month was number 1 and number 6. So made to create, and that is finish. And number 6 was 10 days on sunflowers. So what I plan to do is use, and so far it's been good. I didn't mark it for yesterday, but this is the daily tracker. This is the Black Needle Society. That was in the resolution box last year. They just came, they have the 2023 version, and I believe they're still available on their website as a pre-order, if a planner is what you're looking to do. So what I'm doing, most people, it's left a blank, so you can do this however you want. I've been using it for my daily 30 pieces, and I usually only work on those Monday through Friday. So purple is yes, and green is no. So I've been using this to make sure that I get the 10 days or however many days of each project that I need in. So made to create and sunflowers is in here for all their 10 days. Well, the sunflowers is 10 days. Made to create might be a little bit more, just so that I try to get it finished. And I was looking at made to create yesterday because I was working on it a little bit. I should be able to get it finished this month. I don't have a cover photo, I just have the graph. But I bought the whole kit, so it came with the DMC already on the cards for you. And with the fabric, I think I was doing a 28 count, and it came with a needle minder. So I worked on this a little bit yesterday. Over here I finished out the C, which is the paint palette. I just got to put in the paint colors, and there's a little bit of like darker color. And what else is left on this side? There is a like spool of thread over here. There's a pin cushion here. And that's it for big things on this half. And then the border all around. So there's a border that goes all the way around. So this half is almost finished. And then on this side, still doesn't have as much. There's a little piece of string that goes from the spool, kind of weaves around through and over. I've got the letter T, the letter E, and then down here, the needle minder is made into a stitched section, and then the border over here. So I should be able to finish this in this month. Today I will work on maybe filling in the rest of the paint palette and then move on to the spool. I should be able to get those two done today. And then tomorrow will probably be the pin cushion, maybe start working on some of the border. And we'll go from there, working on it each day for at least 30 minutes a day. Sometimes it might be more, depending on what I have scheduled. And then the other one is the sunflowers one, which is this one here. So this one will get a good 10 days of work on this one this month as well. At least 30 minutes. That's the way I'm deciding to work. So 30 minutes, possibly more, but it will definitely get at least 30 minutes because that's part of the daily 30, is you pick a piece and you work on it for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And I believe that is all the stitching that I have today. I do have a little haul. I know in a few days ago I uploaded the unboxing of the Black Needle Society box. So if you saw that, that's good. So here's the box. This is what it comes in. And there's all the goodies inside. We'll just really quickly go through them. If you want more information, you can look at that unboxing, or you can just ask. That's not a problem. This is the needle minder, little scissors, and acorns. And then these are the flosses, which are really nice fall colored floss by Classic Colorworks. Roasted chestnut, pine needles, and honeycomb. So we got those. And then these here, you can put, like if you have a bunch of kitted up projects and you're not sure what you want to do for a day or what you want to start, you can put all your kitted projects on these in one kitted project on one card per project. Fold them up, and then they go in this glass jar to be stitched. And then if you don't know what to do, you can pull them out and work that, or you can also make it so that it's your current projects too. And then you get your flyer and the photo challenge. Then they put in this time, this was all cross stitch themed. Everything was cross stitch related. So we've got pony black needles. Be interesting to try them out. And then these things are so adorable. Storklets, miniature in size, mighty in snipping. Yes, they are really that tiny. They are really, really tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And then this, so there's labels, little labels in here that go on this floss keeper, bitty keepers. So you can label up here and hang your floss down here. When you're working, you can put your floss here. And there's the needle minder in here. And magnet in there. And then there was a sticker that says, "Cross stitch is my therapy." And then here is the pattern. It is Mama Witch Cross Stitch, My Guilty Pleasure. So here's that, and some of the flosses that we received you can substitute to use with this. And then last thing in the box, Needle Bling Designs 32 count 1/8 of a yard even weave in the colorway Butter Crunch. That's showing almost white tan, but it's actually a greeny yellow. So that's all I have. That is everything for today, and I will catch up with everybody during the month, maybe with a Stitch with Me on the Monopoly board, and that is it. So I hope everybody has a great day, hope everybody has a great October, and we will see you guys in November. Alright, bye everyone.